Hey, how you doing today? This is going to be very exciting. Okay. Yesterday, the eclipse was very fun to watch, even though it wasn't a total eclipse. I know most people they say don't look at the sun, but I have no issue when it comes to looking at the sun. So I was watching it for about an hour, and I seen the moon move across it, and everything got really dark, and I felt the energy wave, um, the radiance, the wave went down, so everything just became so still. I would have been at work, but I decided to call off. But even though you haven't seen it, I know the energies are still affecting all of us. It was like a giant reset button. Been noticing like out of nowhere, randomly, some of these trees start falling down, or some of the top branches are snapping off. One of these trees, it's basically leaning like this. I don't even know how it's strong enough to stand up, but the tree looked like it's about to fall down. It's like curving. If it curved so far that it's almost touching the other tree. You hear a wild turkey over there. I can't spot it. That reminds me, the wintertime, I found this on one of the unlucky turkeys that probably got eaten by something. I don't know what it was. But also a synchronicity. That is amazing. For like further information on that, there's this YouTuber. Her name is Constant Mesmer, um, and she just recently released a video yesterday called uh, "Tricks of Spirits Part 2." Let me see if I can show you. So I just recently bought her book. It's called Some Dogs Talk, and this is her right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's Constant Mesmer, and she's a psychic and telekinesis is one of her specialties. And I got that information from her of how to deal with um, different energies. Because I also experienced that today, this morning, just before I woke up. There was like this energy that was trying to attach itself to my sacral chakra, and I literally just commanded to leave, and it left because it was like interfering me. And like it's always in the morning, just before I wake up, around like 7 or something like that, where just like this energy just trying to interfere, trying to drag me along, and I'd be like, nah, get out. It's like this over sexualized energy or this entity, and I'd be like, nah, I'm trying to sleep right now, and this energy is trying to attach itself. I was like, you gotta go. Oh yes, I spelled the whole name. So it's her first name is Constance, and her last name is Messmer. And that will be her YouTube channel and her podcast, where she talks about all psychic phenomenon and how to develop telekinesis, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and how to identify what energies is speaking to you. Because in the beginning stages, like when we start to develop our natural abilities, Nesmer, oh, Mesmer, it's M E S S MER. So all you have to do is change the N to an M. Hey Valerie, it's been a while. I am doing extraordinary today. My throat chakra is really open. If you want to learn like a deeper understanding of like chakras and well, these I'll have a whole bunch of other classes that you can take, but mainly there's this YouTuber. His name is Ernest Vador. He's from Russia, and he teaches classes in telekinesis, telepathy, levitation, and was it astral projection, and there's another class they have for you to connect to your higher self. He's also just releasing classes on small teleportation. So he's not teleportating your whole entire body, but he's just teleporting small objects. So you have classes on that. He has discounts on that. I know his chakra class really helped. He has these programs on his chakra course. If you listen to the programs while in meditation, um, you can feel each one of your chakras vibrate. It's like his words, the the words and the vibration he has. He's able to command the energies. He also have a course on how to get rid of negative entities, and he has a course on egregores. Give me 1 second, just reading. Yeah, I'm good here. I've been going through some crap going on. No contact, narcissists, and other toxic my life breaking patterns. The system breaker. Yes, I definitely understand letting go of going no contact. Definitely understand that. It's definitely worth it though. Letting go of toxic people. I definitely understand that. It says, how did you get started with your journey, like doing Reiki, chakra, etc.? I'm new to this. You know all about it. Yeah. I don't know everything because I never have taken a Reiki class. I do plan in the future, but it usually started because the I started watching Reiki videos like I was like guided to, and I just happened to see what was his name, Spirit Pond or Reiki Matt. I started to see Spirit Pond, and he was doing Reiki videos, and um, at first, let me get back into my Reiki. I seen how his hand, like his movements, like how he was moving so flow. I haven't really seen everybody flow because most people I see, like I look at their level of like people awareness or how those moving. Most people move like very stiff or like robotic. So most people, when I seen the Reiki healers, I seen them moving, and I felt something move across like my body because I was having like extreme anxiety at the time. This was like last year. I think your system is amazing. How come I can feel energy from your hands movements and no effect at all from other Reiki masters and tutors? Well, it depends when you resonate. Because sometimes how I see it is maybe at that time we're just not aligned with that person's vibration. Because sometimes other Reiki healers, their energy is very subtle, like very, very subtle. And it also depends like how much energy are they clearing the channels, or it's different. Sometimes you have to like really tune in. Or some people we just connect more deeply to. Because even sometimes when I watch my own Reiki videos, I don't feel anything. I think that's why I had to get past. Because sometimes you may be already at a high vibration where there's nothing really there. Because all the Reiki video does is bring you to that core vibration. So you might be already at that vibrational frequency, already matching. Because when I channel the Reiki, I'm sharing my level of consciousness through my hands. That's why it's like very important when someone's doing Reiki to have like a positive mindset, because if I am like having fear, I can end up channeling energy of fear through my hands. So I had to be aware, because your hands are directly connected to your mental state, like direct link. And yeah, that works both ways. So like people whose service to self are in fear, um, that's why sometimes you can notice when someone hand you something and that person's like in a really fearful state, and you can feel their energy. Like so sometimes like if I'm shopping in a store, before if I'm ever going to a cashier, I purposely imbue the object with my energy. Like I visualize surrounding it in the violet flame. Any food I go in the store, I visualize surrounding it, because sometimes people can, I don't know if it's on purpose or subconscious, but they can end up imbuing their energy into an object, and when you touch it, the object makes a link to them. It's like a link. So what I do is either I immediately clear off the object before I leave the store. Like all my groceries, I say I return and release all energies to the senders in light, and I imbue all this in light. I wrap all my stuff in light. Even right now, I'm feeling like this dense energy. I ask, dear Source Creator, for a translucent shield of light, and I ask for the violet flame to transmute this energy. And I ask, is this energy that's coming in my field right now? I feel this pressure, this energy. Are you of the light? I ask you to return to your sender in light. Whenever I'm exposing their little tricks, that's when I get like, I feel the energy go wham, it's trying to make me stop talking about it. But maybe things that I see normal to me every day, I guess not everybody sees it how I see it, or how I point blankly see what people are doing. Like I say, like the little obstacles that they lay unconsciously, that be laid, because just how we can throw positive vibration, sometimes it can go back and forth, but you can immediately neutralize it just by an intention and thought. Because it'd be funny, because when I be in the store, everybody start acting really like that everybody be acting really robotic. It's like I see everybody staring at me, and I see it's like everybody positioning themselves to run into me. Like if I'm walking in a straight line, out of nowhere, someone will just try to they're like those like that with their basket, like try to run into me, and I just go like this, just bob and weave past people. Or sometimes I'll be in meditation. When I go in meditation on purpose in the store, sometimes someone will grab the chair and drag it across loudly, but I just stay in balance. And in my corner of my eye, I see the person just looking to see if I'm gonna react. But I had to show from an example, like you don't have to react to your surroundings. So like even I show from an example how how what you should do in that situation. Yes, it's probably about listening. Let me see. Okay. Uh, let's clear off the soul star chakra so that we may have divine flow on our crown. Yeah, that's a major energy right there. And I wouldn't say it's negative. I just say it's like, if I really like look into it, it's like pain. I feel inner pain in my heart. Just transmute that. I guess this is like another a way to like help my viewers, because sometimes it's not even a low vibration energy. It's just like every time another person adds on the video, I can feel the emotions of what they're and what they're feeling. I can even feel sometimes when someone go in a video and immediately click off. I guess that's just being part of like understanding intuitively. It's like an amazing journey of constantly like discovering new things. I'm starting to understand how tarot readers feel. It's clearing out chakras in the bottom of my foot real quick. I will say this, you keep at it with these videos because we need more these types. It's so relaxing, man. I very appreciate it. This is actually relaxing for me too. I don't really have like a style, I will say. I'm just there's like I feel like I'm tracing the energy inside my head. What is that? It's actually, no. It also I'm remembering back from when I was little. I used to put my finger and move it like right here, and I felt something. And at first, I never knew what that was, and no one really told me what it was. But now I know that little feeling that you feel right here when you move it around was actually the third eye. And now, what it feels like to me, that little feeling that I feel right here when I move my finger right here, any part of my body, that's where I feel. So my whole body feels like this point. So it's like this point grew and it grew over my whole entire body. So now wherever I push my hand, it's like a laser beam. I can feel it inside of myself. I can feel it feels like there's two chakras right here. It is almost like whenever someone is like speaking to me psychically, I feel it come in. Like I feel a cord come out in here, right here, and when I speak outwardly, I feel it come out right here. So it's almost like going in like a loop, coming in and going out. Another Reiki healer that I really like admire her style is all ASMR. idea. One thing I want to say that's very interesting. As soon as I said this was my favorite crystal yesterday, then it popped off. The rest of it popped off, but I still got this piece. It's the main part. I might have this turn into a ring or something. It'll look pretty nice if it was like a ring. If you do like a small practice where you visualize breathing in air into your heart and then slowly trace, you either can trace to your veins in your arm or your hands, or visualize like a stream of light going through your hand and it's slowly moving and spreading out to each one of your fingers. You might feel like it might intensify if I do it right now. So first, I'm gonna breathe infinity breath. A small exercise you can do whenever you have a headache. So if the headache is on, imagine the headache is right here on this part of your head, the left hand side. You'll move to the left hand side or the right hand, and it will be these fingers right here. And you'll massage these fingers since this is our brain. So this would be the brain stem, or the pineal gland is right here. So this actually go in like this. So this is your brain. So this part will be this part of your brain. And the back, this right here, will be your sacred mind. So this is when you connect to your sacred mind. So pineal and sacred mind. That's why you do like this. So when you do this, you're opening up. It's almost like you're opening up the crown when you do this. So you connect it to your sacred mind and you open your crown. So if I feel it, you can feel it. You feel the energy in your top of your head go up like this and connect in the back, the same as your hands. So you go like this, and then when you can connect to different parts of your brain. So when you close your eyes, you take your third eye, the thumb, and you can look around inside your head for blockages like this, and look around inside your head and move stuff around. So if I feel a blockage right here, I can pull it out of my head. So that's the whole purpose behind mudras, is turning on and turning off and activating different parts of your brain. So actually, when I'm moving my fingers, I'm just moving the frequency in your brain. Like I can actually change my brain wave frequencies by moving my hand like this and moving at different rates. So I can change my mind into like a delta by feeling the wave with my hand. Now I see connected with my temple, and I can feel the wave change. Or I can make it faster, or I can slow it down, move around to a different part of my head, and I can slow my mind down. We're like our body's like a computer, and we can like program different parts of our body. That's why when I be moving my hand like this, some people call it psychic surgery, but I can feel things moving around. So like if I do this, I grab it and I move it and I slide it and I replace it. So it's like chords. I'm moving chords and replacing them and moving them. So like if I feel a disconnection in this part of my head, I grab that cord, move it, and place it over there, tie it off, heal it, and then go up. Then I can feel the sacred mind. Like if I want to connect my sacred heart, I grab the cord to the sacred heart, move it to the sacred mind, and open it up. Because there's a ring. The sacred mind is a ring in the back of your head. I actually seen it once, and when I was in a dream state, there was this being. He was like really short. I don't know. He was like 4 feet tall, or like 4 or 5 feet tall. No, I think he was like 4 feet tall. But he had like a golden ring in the back of his head, And I remember it that's what woke me up in the dream state because he had like this thing in the back of his head. It was like that. But it's like a light that I cannot describe. You can't put it into words what it looked like. But I was like, so that's what they mean when you say your halo on behind their head. It's their sacred mind, that illuminated part was shining in the dream world. These both help the third eye. Convesite and amethyst. It's called canvasite or canvasite. That's how I believe it's called. It's from India. It was kind of hard for me to find, but I got it on a major discount. I think I might want to turn it into like a ring, or like put uh, plaster on it because it looks delicate, but it's actually pretty tough. But it supports the third eye and the throat chakra. The next crystal I want to purchase again is moldavite. I had one. For some reason, I always keep losing my rings, and they'd be on my fingers too. And the next time I look down, and it's like not on my finger. It's be pretty annoying. But maybe it was just its time to part ways. It's almost like when I lose a ring, then whatever the energy is like, oh, now you can't live without your ring. But I'm like, internally, um, we're supposed to be able to master ourselves with literally not having anything. Like how I think it, we should be able to clear out a room with just our mind alone. So sometimes I don't even use sage or anything like that. I don't use the crystals. I use the crystals as like a friend, like when I feel the energy or store energy inside them. But other than that, I don't really. I use sage sometimes, but how I usually look at it is I need to be able to master everything just using my mind. Favorite stones or gems that you use a lot? I love studying rocks and gems. So what? So that's why I'm asking. What's your well, the favorite stone I like to use is usually amethyst. Amethyst crystal. It connects you to the violet flame because I really like using the violet flame. I would say any amethyst crystal work. What else? And there's another crystal. I really like clear quartz, selenite, and I like this calvasite right here. I don't really have a lot of crystals. I know last year I went all over the place. I started buying a whole bunch of crystals because I thought crystals would amplify me. Yes, the crystal they're to help, but the crystals won't. You can't ascend alone just by using crystals. But they're very good helpers because I believe there are second density beings. So like when a human consciousness work with a crystal element, we help them evolve. So eventually, when they reincarnate as a third dimensional being, because I know first in the first stages of consciousness, we are elements. So this is like an element. So like a couple million years, or probably 30 million years, you reincarnate on a planet as a being, because they're alive. They're like pure form of consciousness. So eventually they'll become sentient beings, and we evolve. That makes me think like the next being to graduate into like a was it third dimension consciousness or fourth dimension consciousness will be dolphins. They'll be the next race. So like when we ascend, so the crystal amethyst transmit energy when on display inside a house or something has to hold it. No, it radiates energy. So, but you also have to charge it because after a while it will start to diminish in radiance. So you can you can use the crystals to make like a barrier to hold like energy, but you don't want to rely on the crystal. You don't want to have the mentality like the crystal is going to protect you from everything. It just helps hold the energy, but you can use it to store energy. So like if you okay, one time a man told me the darker the amethyst usually the heart of the amethyst. I have one that has a heart. It's in dark, but it's very beautiful. Yes, I know. It usually it will become a clear quartz if you leave it in the sun too long. But it holds that vibration of the violet ray, which is like a very cleansing ray. I heard like if you get a few crystals, like 4 crystals, and ask to work with them and ask them to radiate. Like you program the crystal and ask it to radiate the violet flame to transmute energies. So you put it in 4 corners, and then you activate all 4 of them. And then probably every week or every 2 weeks, you change them out and charge them, so they can keep that vibration. Because how I feel the crystal, um, well, I can feel the energy before I even touch it. Before I touch it, just like you can feel its auric field. So like it's constantly radiating out energy, but when you put your hand close to it, you start to feel it. You'll feel it before you touch it. The same thing how when I feel the energy of my chakras before I put it in, you can feel it's almost like a magnet, and it's the same thing with the crystals. Like so, some parts of the crystal will radiate like energy, and it goes back. It goes in and out. They're all like magnets. Is literally just like magnets. How you can feel like a magnet. Um, you can feel the energy coming off a magnet. So it's the same thing with the crystal. So you can feel the energy coming out, and like if it's a broken piece right here, like this, it's not smooth. You can feel it like leak this. It's like sprays out. But if it's like a smooth part, it feels different. It is almost time for me to go now. My phone's on 4%. I think I have my charger. Uh, oop. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying and supporting my channel. That means a lot. Last year I was very uncertain if I can even start this. I remember one of my first Reiki videos. Well, actually, the first Reiki videos I didn't really post. I actually made the videos for myself because what happened was, since I wasn't feeling other people's energies, like as you stated before, the one thing is I made private Reiki videos where I did a Reiki and recorded it, but I didn't post it, but I watched it, and it allowed me to feel what my own energy feel like. And I think rewatching my own Reiki videos started to allow me to feel energy stronger just by watching my own Reiki videos, private Reiki videos, and like experimentation. So like, yeah, I say that's like a good practice to like, you can even do it in the mirror, because your mirror is your parallel reality version of yourself. So you can actually feel the energy of your own self through the mirror, and even through other people. Like if someone's standing in a mirror behind you and you look at the mirror reflection of them, you can feel their energy. I hope it grows more. This channel is great and relaxing, but information. Yes, I have like a lot of things I've been observing, like I want to talk about, but I'm trying to get into a better state or a better way of explaining. Because to me, this just proves like I had all these things that came up that stopped me from, well, tried to stop me and tried to discourage me. Like when I left school, when I left my school, because I never actually finished, I never finished school, but that is another goal that now I see why I was getting distracted. Now when I go back and to learn and go to study, I can now understand how to improve myself. Don't be uncertain of yourself, you radiant calmness and kindness. I can feel that from the other side of the world. I appreciate it. I feel your words. Your explanations and expression sharing is great and interesting. Thank you. It feels really good today. Really, really good today. So I want to say thank you to all who was on this channel today, and I want to close this off. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to seal off this healing with your violet flame, or violet flame and blue ray. Just visualizing the torus field being completely surrounded in light. And I ask the Archangel Metatron's cube to sit on our top of our crown chakra. Thank you. Namaste.